And welcome back, one and all. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Torment, Tides in Numenera. Where we left last time, we were trying to find the adversary at the bar. We've met a couple cool people. We also have, like, a lot of intellect now. We have 10 total intellect points, and we got a couple extra hit points, too. That's pretty good. Let's talk to Ziob. This woman's face seems timeless, neither old nor young, unblemished, but somehow not perfect. Her dark and wavy hair floats like a cloud to her shoulders. When she speaks, her voice is musical, almost artificial. I am Ziob, and you are? She concentrates, fingers pressed to her temples. When her table mates start smiling, she pulls them away. I'm not actually a mind reader like these two, just a joker. So you have no mental powers? Oh, I do, but they extend in other directions. She cocks an eyebrow, and her glass rises from the table to her mouth. She sips daintily, and the glass descends to the table. Tell me, are you from the area, a small hamlet, slightly isolated, but still within the broader Sages Protectorate? Somewhere near Arvin Wood, perhaps? I don't know where I'm from. I was born in a falling star. What? How is it you know the language here? You must be particularly observant. Your voice, your inflections, your mannerisms, they speak of someone whose upbringing was based on an older version of Sages Cliff's dialect. That suggests an isolated aldea or enclave of some sort. What can you tell me about the adversaries? I don't know where they came from, or what they want, or any of that. Her voice is becoming harsher, more distorted with suppressed rage. I only know that they destroy everything they touch, and I will destroy them. My friends pull their extrusions into the real world, and then I get to sever them from their source. She downs her drink. I love doing that. Alright, next one, I guess. This man is old and strong, his face lined with years of brutal experience. His face is aquiline, his nose sharp. He wears a broad-brimmed hat, and his voice is a low rasp. I'm Theberos. He says, tell me your story. I was born falling from the sky, now I'm trying to repair a chamber that will stop a nightmare. He watches you intently as you speak. When you finish, he nods sharply. You're telling the truth, he says. A lot of people embellish, or they lie outright. Try to pretend they're more than they are so people will remember them as giants. More often than not, they just end up looking ridiculous. He pats you on the shoulder. You give me a rare treat. Thanks. So what do you want? Can't help you with your chamber, but maybe there's something else. Tell me about the adversaries. His eyes narrow and he leans in close. I don't want to talk them up. It's important to understand that they're not unbeatable. They're not immortal. They're tough, hells yes. But they can be stopped. He leans back. That said, what are they? You heard of spirits, beings of pure thought. But what they are. Except that they're more like living hate. Like every nightmare of fear you can't escape. A vortex of despair. And that's why we fight. Because they're poison. Well, tell us, dude, about the ghost over there. Maybe that ghost is the thing. I think I may have a lead on the identity of the adversary. I'm grateful for your help, friend. Tell me your suspicions and I'll see if I can confirm or allay them for you. Strange ghostly woman over there. Ah, yes, well, she's unpredictable and possibly dangerous. She's not an adversary. We try to remove her if she always returns. Rather than risk any damage, we just stay out of her way. I suggest you do the same. The man in blue with the pipe and all the strange Numenera. Could he be the adversary? Sir Arthur? No, he's a wanderer and a collector of knowledge, but his interest appears to be entirely beneficent. He's a strange one, it's true, but no, he's not the adversary. Yellow shirt, what about him? That poor lost soul is not the adversary. He has been trapped in the form of an abacus, but not an abacus himself. Do not fear him. Pity him. Could it be Clarion?
Updated my journal.
He bursts out laughing. I understand that her devotion to destruction might make her seem like a monster, but like the rest of us, she's merely human. Almas the Soul Keeper. He shakes his head. His is a tale of personal tragedy and sorrow, though perhaps the end result is not the worst for the people under his cast's titular care, but he is not the adversary. I talked to O. I have sensed O's presence and reached out to it with my mind, but it's not an adversary. It's, well, I don't know how to describe it, but rest easy, because O probably won't destroy you. Probably. So it's none of those.
I'm ready.
Now I don't know what it is. We've done the woman, Yisk, Almas, Clarion.
Yes.
None of these things say anything about it.
I'm going.
Could be Fariak, I guess. Oh, our character's stuck again.
Here I come.
Stupid pathing. There we go. I was like, why isn't he talking? Dama says you're blind. What does that mean? He laughs. I used to be a spotter for this gang. Means I could sense the presence of adversaries, built an attractive playground for them, and draw them out after me. The last one I faced, though, his face falls and he draws into himself. It burned me out. Put out my eyes. It burned me out. It put out my... Then he's back to normal, smiling as if nothing happened. Okay. What else is in this room? We got a ghostly woman. Not her. It's not the shapeshifter. It's not Lido.
Let's go all. You and me.
It's not Ziob, I don't think.
All right.
Well, I don't know where it is then. We've talked to everything so far.
Doing it now.
I guess we'll just exhaust some conversation options. I like a drink. You're in for a treat, friend. A real treat, assuming you call the possibility of a toxic reaction a treat, of course. He points to the various pipes on the wall. We've positively identified some of these as safe. Smaller subset here as inebriants or hallucinogens. We got a few that are, well, chancy, as in sometimes they kill people. Give me one of the safe ones. Coming right up. Does that help look around? No, not really. Okay. Well, I'm drawing a bit of a blank here. I guess we can go try and talk to more people. Tell me the stories about the others in the bar. I can, but I won't. Talk to them yourself. They all have a piece of wisdom they carry in themselves, but I won't dishonor them by telling stories for them. He scratches under the brim of his hat. I can eulogize them, but every story would start like, here's a warrior, selfless and self-absorbed, knowing that about themselves, so they can help the world. But they're more than that. See if you can get them from a different perspective than me. Well, where the hell's the adversary? It's gotta be here somewhere. Can you tell me anything about yourself again? Recruits warriors. Right, she doesn't have anything to say.
Finally! Something to do!
Let's try and talk to Lido again, I guess. How'd you know I'd be coming here? Skeins of lives weave together in a tapestry. Your thread glows, it emerges from the sky, and a great darkness follows in your wake. She waves her hand as if pushing through cobwebs. I have seen you. Where you go, that is beyond my powers. Alright, she doesn't have anything new to say about the adversaries. Let's talk about him to the adversaries, or her. Anything else about adversaries? Sorry, I'm the heavy hitter. My friends point me at the problem and I take care of it. Tell me about the adversaries again. Monstrously strong beings of the darkest emotions we've ever experienced. They exist only to devour. How do you fight? What can you tell me about the adversaries? Good question, better I show you. He closes his eyes and you feel an insistent nudge in your mind. Then your vision goes black, replaced with a nightmare. You see a void, oblivion, a place where black stars hang and shriek with formless rage. Violet lightning arcs across the sky and you witness enormous masses of pustulant orbs raging against each other. Streams of consciousness though rocket from them, and they scream of need, desire, and hatred. Other emotions arise within these wisps of mental energy that curl like a stream. They breast your consciousness with a touch beslimed with the unknowable hungers of an alien mind. These luminous wisps quest through invisible cracks in dimensional walls. New worlds, unsuspecting minds, brilliant lights unfold in the adversary's decaying orbits, imprisoned stars winking out forever. They came through the bloom, shining and tenebrious at the same time. He whispers, they offered games, riches, promises for the future. I felt their passage and I was afraid, and I hid my mind from their questing touch. I felt them reach for me, I cowered within my shell. She lays a hand on Dama's shoulder. Those who didn't hide saw the lure. They were drawn into that unwinnable mental game, attracted by the light of the adversary's minds. They followed their own dreams into madness, psychics and normal people alike. The ruin of the city's minds was, she shakes her head, you were wise enough to see beyond the lure and into the danger. You couldn't stand against them yourself, so you hid. We all did. Not all, he growls. Some stood. They played the game and got cracked like glow globes. I felt them die, and their spirits got sucked into a vortex of endless fear. You did the right thing, Dama, and I've told you that before. Fine, fine, he says, waving the words away, but you've seen what the adversaries are like now, inhuman with no negotiation. Maybe they're communicating with us, and we don't understand them. But I tell you, if this is their hello, I don't want anything else to do with them. So those of us who survived that initial incursion gathered here. We set aside our differences and we fought back, but not without our own losses. What are they? I don't know. What we see isn't the whole picture. We know that it's an extrusion into our world, just a piece of the creature's psychic material. Maybe it's a consciousness unit on its own, maybe it's self-directed, but my deepest fear is that every adversary we've seen is the smallest piece of a singular entity, and that our pushback is drawing its attention ever so slowly towards us. If you ever meet one, you'll know why it frightens me so. How do you fight them? Are you thinking you might use your labyrinth to trap it? Don't. Don't do it. He steeples his fingers under his shin and considers, though wait, it might work, it might. He looks at Thebois and Zayob. They exchange a wordless communication and he shrugs. We use a spotter, someone trained to recognize their scent. He'd give them the briefest engagement, enough to whet their appetites, and he'd bring them into a battlefield of our choosing. The adversary will tempt you with something. It will tap into the parts of your mind you had forgotten, ignite a desire. It will offer bargains, tastes of power, and try and draw you towards its way of thinking. The key is to keep control of the imagery and the metaphors of your minds conjured together. That's where I come in. He leans forward on the table, and his gaunt face seeming even more drawn. I feed the words and stories to our spotter, help him build the internal story that seemed to mirror what the adversary told, and lay a pathway towards our battlefield. You walk down that pathway, and the adversary would be extruding itself into our world right alongside him. His smile is hard and feral, and then we close off the exits, get to work cutting it to pieces. So tell a story, resist the adversary's metaphors, build in the details of your hardened mental space, draw it in, then use your familiarity with the place to destroy the bastard. He swallows the rest of his strength. If you're going to try, and again, I can't emphasize enough that you should seek our help, but if you do it alone, gods, I can't believe I'm saying this, if you do it alone, be careful. Alright, let's go try to talk to people again.
To action!
Alright, so there's a couple people to talk to. Let's talk to Yisk first. No, nothing from him. Okay, the Soul Keeper. He contemplates his empire. The ghostly woman. Listen to the whispers. Nothing. Okay.
You've got it.
Nothing to say on that topic.
All right.
Sir Arthur's not the enemy. Let's try and talk to Clarion once again, I guess.
All right, Rin. You can do
Okay.
this.
I mean, it
Yes.
shouldn't be any of them. We've already talked to him about
Yes.
everything. Let us go outside and check around the building. What's this intoxicated woman have to say?
Look out below! Above! Sideways!
It's definitely supposed to be inside
Yes.
somewhere, but like
If
there's
you're
only
sure
the
it's safe.
5 people or whatever in there. There's nothing around here either.
All right.
I'm so confused as to what we're supposed to be doing in here now.
It's a plan.
Okay, I'm just going to exhaust conversation options completely. I'm not going to read some of them out. I'm just going to try and get through them. Tell me about yourself. Brains of the operation. He gestures with a lazy hand around the table. Without me, they lose the thread of their thoughts and spend all time wandering in dreams. Trying to get away from nagging. It's that nagging that sharpens my mind, Dharma. Maybe I will read them. Though I admire that my words are probably getting duller every second I spend talking to you. He admits that, actually. He turns back to you. Let's call me a warrior of language. Words are my weapons and my treasures. They might be pretty sounds to you, but to me they're the tools that pry open your imagination and leave you vulnerable to my friends here. I build pictures, set the scene, and create mazes in your mind. I'm also the last person in the world to know the words of Kra. He closes his eyes tightly, and when he opens them again, you see worms of light dancing in his eyes. They're gone again with the next blink. They're a weaponized meme. A thought that sticks in your head, a tune you can't get rid of, a saying that echoes in your mind until it drives you mad and melts your brain. She lays a hand on his arm. You don't have to talk about this, Theberos. She turns to you. It's eating away at him. He has it compartmentalized, but he says he can feel it burning away at his mind. I feel the power in you. Can you help him? What are you going to do about the weaponized meme that's burning your mind? Well, I could always kill myself. Honestly, I don't think anyone else could carry it, and the alternatives are too horrific to bear. He tilts his glass towards them. I love my colleagues here, but they handle the words of Croix? I don't think so. Right now, I've got them locked into a mental construct no one has even the slightest idea how to build. I do have space in my mind, and I can contain the words of Croix there. He leans back and crosses his arms. Really? And how is it you're a better custodian from the words of Croix than I am? I am more than strong enough. Use your psychic ability to read me. He focuses on you, and you feel something like the skittering of spiders across your mind. They plunge inside and suddenly feel his presence in the labyrinth, and you can feel his mind recoil. His eyes snap back to yours. Yes, I think you be an excellent vessel. Do not use the word. Keep it contained. Do you hear me? He leans forward and whispers the word in your ear. It is a beautiful word, and you feel your tongue curling to shape it aloud. Thebos claps his hand across your mouth, his eyes tight on yours, and with his mind he drags the knowledge of the word into the labyrinth, into a disused corner, and he seals it with an image of steel, glass, and dark infinities of space. He leans back. Ziob. Yes? I need a piece of my mind cauterized. Here. He touches his hands to her temples, and she to his, and they lean forward, their foreheads touching. You see a flare of light, and he cries out in pain, but he doesn't let go. When they release their hold on each other, you see a small, smoking hole in his forehead. I couldn't take the chance that it would leave a trace of itself in there, he says. It's gone from me. It's your responsibility now. So we have now a thing in our head, which may or may not kill us at some point.
Learning begets doing. Or is it the other way?
Arthur, do you have anything to add about adversaries? Nope.
Yes.
I really think it's Feriok or Leto. There's nothing here. Like there's nobody else to talk to.
Fine.
I am going to grab a drink really quickly, and then I'll be right back, and I'm going to try and figure this out as well. And then I'll show you guys how to do it. I'm just going to go talk to everybody and figure this out. So, be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I talked to a friend who has beaten the game, and he told me how to do it. So we're going to grab a drink. We're going to take a chancy drink. We got the strange black ichor, thick enough that it's almost chewy. There's a pink sludge that's a known enthogian, but its strength varies and sometimes kills people. We have one that smells like Eltimar fruit, and sometimes we use that one to get rid of stubborn grease stains. It's acidic, but, well, maybe it's an acquired taste. You drink the sludge, the ichor. He shudders. I tasted this stuff once. Don't remember much about the time afterwards, but I was raving about holes in reality. Well, here's your drink. A strong glass bowl floats under a pipe. Its spigot turns, and the ichor oozes from it. You can smell it from here. The bowl floats back to you, all without Feriok touching it. Drink it fast, is my advice. You put word to the deed. The taste is not unpleasant, though the texture is horrifying. Unbidden, you think of soft flesh and rotting under a jungle sun. Nothing happens, at least not right away. Just as you begin to doubt the ichor's efficacy, you feel the earth shift slightly. The walls shiver and begin to shake. Their surfaces look as though they are slowly melting. You feel the weight of the ceiling and sky forcing you to the floor, and only a great effort of will keeps you standing. Rents begin to appear in the flat surfaces of the bar, in the walls. Scabrous tissue rims their edges, and a deadly chorus pipes through in a register almost too high to hear. The world tilts on its axis, and you stagger to the right. Your vision blurs, and the invisible world swims into view, becoming more solid than the world you call home. Okay, so a couple things now. There's a thing called malaise there. We can also probably go try and listen to the woman though. I'm gonna go try that. Listen? Nope, okay. I don't want to fight her.
I am the very soul
We wasted
of
enough
action.
might on her. Let's go talk to Malaise. This small, unassuming man occupies this space quietly, hands folded in front of him. He does not look at you, but you can feel his regard slip across you and dismiss you as you approach. His attention remains focused on the trio at the nearby table. Everything about him is nondescript, from his light brown skin to his drab clothing, but something about him gives you pause, as if you were approaching the throbbing core of a fallen vessel. When at last he turns his attention towards you, you feel his regard settle like a soft blanket made of metal. It is almost oppressive. Malaise, he says. That is who I am. His voice sounds distorted, strangely out of sync, as if he were calling to you from a distance. You can't read his thoughts any more than you could read the thoughts of the tables at the bar. Why are you watching these people? They shine, they call, they tempt. His voice shimmers strangely, and you hear a distorted echo of thousands of voices mimicking his words. Where'd you come from? His voice is strange and disjointed. The world has always known me. Look around the corner. I exist on the smallest edge. Close your eyes and shiver. I am the cold in your bones. The Sakkad is my home. That intersects my mind. The frost that surrounds his words suggests that you have offended him. Can you tell me about yourself? I am constant. I live. I thrive. When a thought passes in your mind, I rush before it. I hear the pulsing of your thoughts. I am fabric, essential. Do you know your name means sickness? Meaning is self as sickness, vision, action, movement. This is the only sign of health. His slow and indolent gaze is like a great weight on you. The energy that flows in your body, I read it through your skin. I see your actions before your muscles even begin to twitch. Your body's secrets are no defense against me. What is sickness compared to this? Tell me about this place. He slowly turns his gaze towards the other patrons, a lodestone, a gathering of energies, empty meat, a brief morsel, an obstruction, a bone and ingrown hair. His empty, terrifying gaze turns back to you, an impediment. I have another possibility. Do you see that man there? Malaise, he is watching you. The blood drains from his face. What? Right there? I see nothing. I feel nothing. He grasps your mind with his, not gently, and he echoes in your skull. Anything there is hidden to me. Ziob, can you sense anything? Let me see. In the center of her forehead, her skin iris is open, and a third metallic eye protrudes from her, glowing brightly. It extends from her head on a mechanical segment, emitting a series of rapid flashes that descend through the visible spectrum. At last, the eye retracts and her forehead closes. She swallows, and you can feel the fear radiate from her. He's right. It's there, on a low pulse, a wavelength far below human thought. A control as hard as thin steel surrounds him. The adversaries have never done this. I know they adapted, but the Black 3, what does it learn? It has been watching us for how long? Ziob, be ready. Let's confront it together. Right now. Yes, we will, he swallows and whispers. We are not ready. We'll never be ready. He closes his eyes, and when he opens them, again they glow. But we can die trying. Hold, no one move. I know you're eager to get this over with, and that you're terrified. Don't think you can hide that, Ziob. It's not necessary. We're all frightened. Here, feel. A wave of his fear crashes over you, and your body reacts instinctively, releasing adrenaline. Under the fear is a will of iron, and adamantine determination, the calm acceptance of whatever comes. Alright, motivation talk. We can do this, but we need to work together. Remember our training? Improvise as necessary. Now let me prepare the killing floor. He closes his eyes, and you feel the reality rippling through you. His strength is undeniable, his mastery certain. Ready in 3, as the world crumbles around you, a new vision takes its place. 2, you feel the push and pull of titanic minds, struggling to establish the rules of this shared dream space. 1, and then you sense Dama's control slip for just a moment, and the adversary gains the upper hand. Ah, Skis, attack! Attack now! We're going into a dream world, this is awesome. Okay, this is not ideal. I'm bound, I can't move. Okay, so, Malaise is going first. It does intellect damage? Interesting. Luckily I have a giant axe of death. Go hit it in the face. Good job, Dama. I'm proud of you. Malaise's turn. 1 damage is not so bad.
I don't feel happy or good.
Why do they always go first? That's not cool.
By the Black 3.
Poor Algern. Lido! You didn't get to move, okay. Let's hit the main hang on. Flanking is important. Hit him hard. You will join me, willingly or not. Silent or screaming. That was awesome. Rin, you are gonna hide. And And now it's Algren's turn, I think. Hit it with everything you
Who's
got.
going to stop us now?
10 damage to Malaise. That's a lot of hit points, though. Oh, damn, that hurt. Alright. Is that how you want to play it? We can play it that way.
Oh, that's much better.
I would
Just
prefer
like
you
that.
just shoot it. There we go. That was not too bad. Your work was remarkable, my friend. Thanks. As the battlefield fades and the real world asserts itself, you return to the fifth eye. Their teammates did not help very much, though, to be honest. Is it truly over? I almost can't believe it. He pauses and concentrates. No, the cloud is lifted. I can see. His eyes are bright. The city of Sagitt's Cliffs, indeed, perhaps the world, owes you a great debt. Pity you won't ever be able to collect on it. It's enough that we know, my friend. Come now. Doesn't the day seem brighter already? Wouldn't know. Haven't been outside. You know what I'd like? Another drink. All the celebration I need. She laughs. Coming right up. Feriak pours a round of tall, dark drinks, and they float smoothly over through the air to you. She inclines her head gravely towards you. You have our tremendous gratitude, friend. Indeed, I cannot stress the enormity of this enough. We will tell the others of your deeds whether you want to or not. Cheers.
I'll remember that.
Then the party begins. No one gained a level? We do need to talk to them about going to the war then. It's time. I am forever in your debt, friend. Forever, he clasps your hand. And you notice that the haunted look has left his eyes. For the first time in ages, it feels as though a dark cloud has lifted. You've done a wonderful thing for us, for the city. They'll never know, but you're a true hero. We can't believe we are free at last. He reaches under the table and pulls out a strange-looking device. Here, he says, take this. You've earned it, and more. I helped you defeat the adversary. Will you reconsider Clarion's request and join the endless battle? He sighs and looks around the bar. You were a true champion for us, he says. You had no obligation to help us, but you did. I shall return the favor. He thinks for a moment. All right, I'll go. Clarion knows where to find me if she needs me. That's all for now, then. Let's ask the other people. Let's see if we can get full recruitment around the board. Clarion needs strong allies to fight the endless battle. Would you be willing to join her? Convince me. I've done everything you've asked of me. I carry the words of Quora. I helped with the adversary. You owe me.
I'll remember that.
He throws up in his hands. Fair and fine, fair enough, fair enough. Hope the pay is worth something. Hope there's a chance for glory. He said, tell her I'm in. Until then, I'm here. I need some intellect. Speed? Nope. Do I have, where's my intellect ones? Health? Intellect.
Alright.
Alright. Moving on to Ziob. Her glass rises off the table of its own accord. You've done a great thing. Though none may ever know it, know that I and my friends hold you in high regard. I'm looking for warriors to join the endless battle. Clarion would be honored to call you an ally. I am through with war. Finished. I want nothing more to do with conflict. I have served my time. My colleagues might help you, but I refuse. Don't ask again. Wait, hang on. Whoa! Wait. What's that eye in your head?
I'm ready to become even
The damage is
more
done, I
heroic.
suppose, and there's no harm in you knowing now. Though I'll thank you to keep my secret. I'm a Molox, a machine mind in a human body. The Moloxan are quiet and friendly for the most part. We want to be left alone like you. And here among my friends, I can be like you. I can be useful. But if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it further. It's considered impolite among my people. Okay, no
Done.
worries. Next up is Lido. Clarion still needs warriors to fight the endless battle. Will you reconsider your decision? You have shown your mettle in this world, yet I remain unconvinced that my presence is necessary at the endless battle. The place is clouded to me. I doubt my survival and the survival of my friends. She gazes at her hands. What if I offered you the gift of prescience instead, and remained here? A certain moment lies squarely in your future. All your threads lead to it. Not all of them depart. Don't doubt yourself. Your ability could save hundreds of lives and turn the tide of battle. My powers are weak in that place, and I have no assurance that I will live. But of what use is this wisdom I have if I do not use it to help? Will I be glad of my cowardice? She looks into her own future then, and her brow furrows. I cannot say, but I cannot sit and wait for my answer to come to me. I will go.
I'll remember that.
Tell her that I will come when she calls. And the last one, Feriak. Nope, never mind, he's here. So we got everyone but one. All but one. Really. I have an update on recruitment. Dama will come. Theberos will come. Leto will come. Ziob will not come. And Feriak will not come. I'm done recruiting now. You managed to acquire all 3 of the major players. I would not have thought it possible. Perhaps we should speak more of a more permanent engagement for you in recruiting warriors. The endless battle will know they're coming, and should they survive it, our veterans here will become some of the most feared people on Earth's psychic landscape. The world is a better place for your work. Here, take this as a reward. 80 shins and a Lord's Cup and some experience. I'll miss this place, but I guess you all already know that. I'll be back when I can. Not much for departures, so I'll keep it short. So long, you know the rest. What's that weird glowy thing?
Yes. Now.
Apparently it's nothing. Anyways, 2 people gain levels,
What? Are we ready to go?
and then we're going to call it a video. So, we can get edge, effort, or stat pools. Effort we're going to take, no, edge, sorry. And we're going to put it into might. I want him to be better at
I'm an
punching
even
things.
better pummeler of villains than I was before.
Excellent. You're our only fighter, so that's what you have to do. Rin, stat pool up. We're going to give her more speed, perhaps? Speed and we'll just make her
Hey!
balanced character.
Doing does beget learning.
She also has a thing called the Cloak of All. Stealth, evasion, and esotery attacks. Fancy. We can also give her resourceful or innervate. Removes all negative fettles. And heals 6 points of health. Yes, that's what we're doing. She can get perception, quick fingers, running, or lore. I'm going to get her quick fingers up, I think, because she's our quick fingerer. Yes, do that. Alright, a call to war is done as well. 2 quests completed. We did quite a lot in this video. Excellent. So, we're going to end it here. I might do one more before bed, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.